I'm Thomas of Fanatic, and today I'm very proud to present you the Fanatic Club Sport wheel base with the Formula rim. So we put a lot of effort into it. Our target was to make the best of the best wheel available out there, and you see it's pretty different from our previous wheel. It's a fully metal wheel with Alcantara. The whole base is fully made of metal CNC machines, plenty of ball bearings, nice anodized surfaces, and our target was to make the best wheel available. So coming to the main feature is the adjustable, quick release. So during the game, without even stopping it, you can hot plug and change the wheel rim. In the launch, we'll have two different wheel rims. One is the Formula rim, and another one will be a bigger one, GT race car style wheel rim, and which will be announced in the middle of September. But there will be plenty of other wheels coming for NASCAR, rally drifting, classic, you name it. This electronic is capable of doing a lot of things. So it's very easy to take on and off. So we implemented new functionalities like the ref shifters indicators, the ref indicators, the four-way D-pad, which actually is a five-way because you can press it and you can also turn it. Then we have the analog joystick, so to allow a free look, which can also be pressed with a push button. The rest are the standard buttons we have and you need on the PlayStation, because that wheel is PlayStation 3 compatible to all racing games. It's also compatible to all PC racing games. Well, actually, that's our main target group were the PC hardcore sim races. So we have no limitations in the electronics. We can do a lot of upgrades later on. Another thing, and I need to take it off again. Very proud about the shifter pedals. So we have a very precise, short, distinct movement and a good haptic feedback when you press it. You can also adjust the shifter pedals, the angle, the distance, and even the travel of the shifter pedals. Of course, it's also very easy to replace them with different material, different shapes or whatever. Staying there on the base, we changed the system of the belts. It's now the belts, the ribs are basically in this direction. That means even if a belt gets a little bit loose, it's sliding, you won't even notice it. It's no longer some jumping which could destroy your belt. These belts are high quality, made by Optibelt and Gates, European companies. And in case you still are not satisfied with your belt, or just need to do some adjustments, you can adjust the belt tension without even taking off or taking apart the wheel rim. So we have, if you look on top of it, this one inside, which was called a warm drive, which is actually not true. It's a limiter. It's made of a very special, high quality and durable, good gliding material, and it limits the wheel angle to 900 degrees. If we make it slimmer, then we can easily go to 1080, but so far I didn't see any reason to do that. From the top you can also see that basically the construction is pretty simple. There's a back plate, there's a CNC machine front plate, and there's these distance tubes in between which keep the correct distance. Then there's the big steering axles, and the main difference here is the code wheel. The code wheel sensor is now mounted directly on the steering axis, and that's a big advantage because so far on all 90-degree wheels, the sensor was mounted on the wheel, on the motors. On the motors, you can put a super precise sensor. It doesn't make any difference because there is between the motor and the axis there is the belts or the gears, but they all have some little lag. So you destroy all the precision. If you have it mounted directly on the steering axis, you have the most direct and precise steering control ever possible. So this also avoids any shaking on the straights, any kind of oversteering, whatever. We have implemented two motors. The two motors make the wheel faster, stronger, and also smoother. It was very, I'm gonna show you. It was a focus to, well, to make it stronger and faster, that was one thing, but to keep it very smooth and reduce the so-called cogging force. When you turn the wheel, that you can actually feel the motor like that. We don't want to have that. It should feel like in a real car. So that's obviously something I cannot show you on the video, but you can see how it's pretty strong. It's actually violent, and it's also very, very fast. Oops. Okay. So let me explain you the tuning functionality we have at the moment. We have the 5 setups. Here you can, as usual, adjust the sensitivity in step of 10. The force feedback strengths, the vibration. There are 2 vibration motors in here. Then the ABS. So depending on the brake level, these vibration motors will indicate if the tires are locking or not. The linearity functionality means you can have it with an increasing response in the middle or not. Dead zone, you can add some artificial dead zone if needed. Drift mode is to make the wheel turn faster. And now we can also tune the signals coming from the games, and there are definitely most force feedback effects are created with 3 different effects, which is the force effect, the spring effect, and the damper. And each of those 3 effects can be either reduced or increased. So you can really fine-tune very much the perfect force feedback settings you have for your game, for each. So another thing we added here are these 4 screw inserts. So we can use those to attach accessories. And we already have developed steady shifters. So steady shifters which can be taken off very quickly. So you have the options of either having steady shifters or moving shifters, whatever is your preference. Or maybe also depending on the game. If you want to have a Formula 1 game, you want to have the moving pedals. If you drive rally, probably you prefer the shifter pedals. You can have both with a club sport wheel. There will be actually there will be several other very interesting attachments to that. For example, an iPhone, an Android phone holder, so you can watch telemetry data while you're driving. And more things we can do, all kind of shifters, etc., etc. So The club sport wheel will be available this year, November, December, and the price will be 450 euro or US dollar, euro including VAT, dollar not, for the wheelbase, and 150 for the wheel rim. There will be other wheel rims available, and the wheel rims, the other wheel rims will all be in the range of between 150 and 300. Yeah, and plenty of other accessories as well. Yeah, so we put anything we could think of into this project, and I hope you like it. Thank you.